Hey, hi guys. How have you all been?
How
So
was
we
the
are
first
back.
day? How was the first day? What do you think, Rohit?
I think it's a mixed first day for me. I would have expected a little more from Team India, but we will get into that. First of all, surprises, and no surprises. Kuldeep is not playing again.
Kuldeep is not playing the game. Kuldeep has to be the unluckiest uh, Chinaman to play
Yeah,
ever play
yeah,
the
yeah.
game. Yeah,
I think his test career will not take off if this continues happening for another year.
and
So that's one thing.
if there is GG at the helm, probably Kuldeep can keep warming the benches for as long as possible and keep
Yeah.
doing stuff, but he'll not get a chance. That's my read.
Yeah, because in India you have Jadeja and Akshar Patel in Washington Sundar, and outside Kuldeep does not play. Then where will Kuldeep play in Test?
Correct, correct,
That is
correct.
one thing. Second thing, it's about Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think for last three innings he has not looked the part. I think he's under some pressure in a team where everybody is performing as a batter. After
Hmm.
his first Test heroics, he has not done much, to be honest.
I think
So
that loss at Lords, that whack at Lords, it has taken a toll. It has taken a very big toll on Yashasvi Jaiswal, and he's not able to get it out of his head. And probably because there are no senior players in the game, it comes down to the coaching staff, and coaching staff also. There have been news that Morne Morkel is going to go, and then Ryan Tendescate is going to go. So I don't think there is enough confidence also in the coaching unit. So probably Gigi is not doing a good job talking to
I
Yashasvi
I
Jaiswal.
think I think it comes down to KL Rahul, his batting partner, who will have to talk to him.
Yeah,
Because KL Rahul is calm. KL Rahul looked solid until he got out to a ball which was waiting to be hit. I have no problem with KL Rahul because that ball was wide enough to go for the cut shot. It came in a little bit, and I guess that is why it went on to the stumps. Sai Sudarshan again looked promising, looked very solid, looked like we were talking about the number three batsman should look like when the pitch is doing something.
correct.
He should have maybe stayed maybe another 20, 30 balls, let the ball get a little older, but also some of this should be owed to the rain interruptions, concentration, and it such stuff happens when there is stop and start in the game. So I think Sai Sudarshan. And the big question, which I am happy to bring about because I wanted Karun Nair to be dropped after like his 4 or 6 innings. But I think Team India has given him another chance, and I think this would be the last chance he gets. What do you think?
And then you also have to take into account that Karun Nair has played in place of not a batter, but he has played in the place of Kuldeep Yadav. So correct
Yes.
me if I'm wrong. And
No, no, no. I think yes, he has played in place of Kuldeep Yadav only. That
yeah,
was a
yeah,
decision for GG at least.
yeah. And while we were talking about Sai Sudarshan, so the guy is solid. That's number one. And the second thing, I cannot get one shot out of my head, which was it was a rising delivery. It was I think it was bowled by Overton, or it could even have been Josh Tongue. Probably it was not Josh Tongue. It was Overton, and the ball, it was short of a length, and the ball rose, and the way he has maneuvered it between square between point and third man, it was good to see. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember it was a boundary. I think he was on the
it was
top
a
of the
boundary,
ball
yeah.
and just playing very late and on pitch, which is doing something. If you're playing that late and with that comfort, I think you are always in the game. And I think it's kind of unfortunate because of maybe lack of concentration, stop, start. He got out, but he looked solid for
He
his
looked
third
solid,
game.
yeah. I mean, probably like our chase for the number three, it could be Sai Sudarshan. Like there are other
Okay.
players who could have taken that place. It could be Abhimanyu Ishwaran or somebody else. Karun Nair also has been tried at number three. But I think going forward, it will be Sai Sudarshan. And here it has started raining. So there might be some voice interruptions on my end because the window is open. Anyway,
Sure, sure. Another thing, and that is let's talk about what happened in the game. First of all, India are 6 wicket down. And I think with the kind of bowling England has done yesterday, I don't think they deserved 6 wickets. That's a different thing. They have 6 wickets, and it's not a bad day for them if you are winning your toss and getting 6 wickets on the first day, and that's also not when the full quota of overs are bowled. I think it's a good result for them, given that they were not bowling in right areas for a long time. There was no consistency. There was no discipline. there were some good balls on which they got wickets, and I think they are lucky to have 6 wickets. What do you think?
Same. But still, I'll call that this game is not going to be as high scoring as the other tests. That's one. The second thing, after the end of the second test, I guess, wherein we were talking about Josh Tung has to go, right? And we were also telling that they might also take out Shoaib Bashir. But Shoaib Bashir was left out for another reason, and but they did drop Josh Tung. So when Josh Tung started bowling yesterday, the kind of wayward bowling which he did, so he had given 5 wides and 5 wides again in the same over. So probably when he was trying to hit the deck and trying to take either the ball away from the right hander, essentially trying to hit the middle leg stump, so that take the glove and into the keeper's hands. So those kind of wayward bowling Josh Tung did, but he also got a wicket at the end of it.
He got 2 wickets on two very beautiful deliveries. That is the only two balls that he has bowled really well, and he got 2 wickets out of that.
Correct.
That's one thing. Second thing is England was missing Ben Stokes,
England
and
was
now
missing
with
Ben
Chris
Stokes. That's
Wokes,
so true.
maybe possible shoulder injury. I think unfortunate to say that he might be out of the game, but I think if you see from point of view of India, I think it will be an advantage for India
Correct,
if
correct, correct.
he does not bowl or bat, because he's not even going to bat in the inning.
Well,
And another thing,
that might be
yeah, yeah.
advantage India means apart from the batting, because this Chris Wokes is not the Chris Wokes of 2018 wherein he scored a century, right? So the Chris Wokes in this series has looked a little rusty with the bat, but you should not forget that he has been the new ball bowler for England for majority of the series. So essentially, when India go to bat again, maybe I don't think it'll be today, it'll be tomorrow. So it'll be advantage India. What do you think?
I think so too. I think so too. But that will depend on what happens in the first hour today. Because right now, if you ask me from India's point of view, I'm not going to say India had a decent day,
Okay.
because I was expecting somewhere around, even on the pitch, which were doing a little bit. But the way England were bowling, India should have been somewhere around 230 for four, and that would have been a 50-50 kind of a day. But I think India lost a couple of wickets more. And I think one thing that Varun Arun was telling on air
Yeah.
about how India has dominated the series, but critical moments and critical mistakes like Rishabh Pant run out, now Subman Gill run out, Rishabh Pant injury, all these small moments in the game have changed the momentum of the test match more than often. And I think that is something that India too needs to look into, because it's a more of a mental thing.
Yeah.
Last hour of the test, last half hour of the session, and you lose a wicket, and then things start tumbling down from there. That is something that the whole team needs to look at, not just the captain and the coach. It is also a players. Like if you have 20 minutes of game left, it has to be played that way. You need to respect that even if the bowler is not bowling to his full capacity, maybe I will not go for a shot, which is not something I should be doing when only 2 overs or 3 overs are left in the game. So things like that, and Subman Gill run out, unfortunate, but I think it was all Subman Gill's doing.
I think like it boils down to actually who is on the other end. So had there been, I don't know, maybe a Virat Kohli or any other batsman on the other end, Shubman Gill would not have tried that single. But look at Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill. They play for the same IPL team, and probably they have taken such quick singles so many times. But here it was not to be. And even if you look at the KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant fiasco, the run out, there too, because they have batted so many times together, so you can attempt such a run and then you be short off the ground. And actually, it's a brain fade, but then there are your instincts which seep in and for the detriment of the team, and then you end up losing a wicket, which is like an unforced error. In tennis, when you do a double fault, it's an unforced error, and in cricket, when you have already batted for 20-30 runs and you have been on the pitch for around 1.5 hours, 2 hours, wherein you have seen the passage of play for 15-20 overs, and then you get out like that. It's not in the interest of the game. You're not taking the game forward, and then essentially leaves a gaping hole in whatever your team had been planning.
Yeah. And let's also talk about what you think is a good score here for India now. Given that Atkinson yesterday was the pick of the bowlers for me.
That's
He
true.
all his spells were on the point. I think he could have gotten a couple of more wickets rather than Johnston. But I think seeing that we are 6 wicket down, what do you think is a good score on this pitch so that match is not like India is still in match 50-50 at least?
Sorry, I just got a call. Uh, I think I'll be happy with anything which is close to 300. If you go above 300, that is going
Yeah.
to be a bonus. And I have a little faith in this last partnership which we have. And if we cannot survive the first hour, I don't think we'll be able to even reach 265, 270. So
Yeah,
let's
but
get our hopes high. I'll be happy with anything which is above 275, 280, 290, something like that. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just hoping for two things. The weather stays the same, overcast conditions.
Yeah.
Even if means India maybe 20, 30 runs short in the first inning. And the other thing is, I think Gus Atkinson will be the person to look out for in the first hour. I think if he gets couple of wickets, India are going to fold somewhere around 250, 260. But anything north of 280 is going to be a very decent score given what has happened yesterday on the pitch. And I think Indian pacers, especially Siraj and Akashdeep, are going to have fun today if they get the same conditions that were in the game yesterday.
That's true.
Yeah, and also the other thing is, I guess, on a wicket like this, I think England might be a little tentative. If you are going to play baseball on this wicket, it could go either way. It could go either way. You could be 70 for 6 on this wicket if you go for a baseball,
And
and that is something.
I am hoping that Shubman Gill and Gigi, they share the new ball between Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep. I would ideally,
Definitely.
but Akashdeep is also nursing an injury. He just come out of an injury. I do not know if he'll be able to bowl that long spells of the second test which India did. But I am wishing that it is Akashdeep because he can move the ball in both directions and can trouble both the right-handers and the left-handers. So I hope when England come on to bat, it's a little overcast, and then once they are done batting for 25, 30 overs, and we have at least 3 wickets, and those are going to be pacer wickets, and that is what I'm hoping for. Anything else you are expecting from the day? And like this is the last
I
we'll call it.
Yeah, so just one thing, I think India, if India goes anywhere close to 300, it's a game which is very well balanced. And you are right, it should be Akashdeep and Siraj if they are able to continue for even 5 over spells. Like let's play around that. And another thing, Mr. Gigi, please do not wait, just like England again, to bowl a spinner if the need be.
Yeah,
Washington Sundar with enough bounce on this pitch because there is enough bounce on this pitch
I
still.
think they can even bowl the spinners with the hard ball. Like, do not wait for 30
Exactly.
overs. Just
Yeah,
go
because
on
there
with
is
it.
bounce on the pitch. It does not need to turn much between Jadeja and Washington Sundar. If the ball is bouncing as it was yesterday, I think it could cause trouble, and it is also a good way to like maybe just control the number of overs that your bowler who has come back from injury bowls.
Correct, correct, correct. So yeah,
So
that's it. Going to be from our side for today. We are really looking forward to the game, which is going to start in a couple of hours. I think 1 hour, and if possible, we'll see you in the evening after the game today, or we'll do something like this tomorrow morning. So that's all from our side. Looking forward to seeing you again. Bye bye. Follow us on
bye bye.
Twitter, and we are also putting it out on YouTube. Like we are not into the subscribers game. Just in case you like this, just hit a like. We are happy to do this. You have anything else to say, Rohit?
No, I think very exciting day of cricket ahead, and let's reconvene after the end of the day and hope we have the same smile on our face which we have right now.
Okay, so long, guys. See you again. Bye.